All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the second episode of my fucking stupid solo show, spin-off of the Fresh Cup of Joe podcast. Like I said, just keep in mind the podcasts are still coming. We still have guests coming in, but this is kind of supplement the, kind of the brand and exactly what we do for content. And as you can see, if you're on video or if you're watching this shit on video, I'm sweating like a motherfucker. I'm just a fucking pool of sweat right now. Yeah, fuck, man. Like, so I was talking to my dad, my appa about Singapore. My appa means dad in Tamil. Like, I was talking to my appa about like going to Singapore to visit, and he's like, "You're gonna fucking die, man. You're gonna be sweating a goddamn bucket." So, yeah, now it feels like I'm literally drenched before coming here. Like, I think what is it right now? Like 23? Really? My laptop says 23. Huh. Wow. Apparently it's like 30 degrees Celsius. I don't know what the hell that is. Fahrenheit? Fucking, I don't know, man. I can't do American shit. But yeah, I mean, it's super hot right now because like this coming weekend, it's supposed to be like, it's supposed to be coming close to 40 degrees Celsius, which is insanity. It's not something that you'd hear of in Vancouver. Vancouver is usually like, it's usually pretty mild. It's like it goes from like 5-10 degrees to like 20-23 degrees, kind of like that span through the entire year. So hearing it come to 40 degrees is like what you fucking hear in Vegas. Shit. I'm not looking forward to that. Funny, I'm actually supposed to go to we're supposed to go to probably a lake or something and just go chill there. But yeah, I mean, I'll probably put a lot of sunscreen. Make sure I won't die in 40 degree weather, 40 degrees Celsius. But fuck, man, like, yeah, this heat wave. I mean, it's we're in the middle of summer. It's not raining the weekend, which is pretty good. You know what I hate, man? It's so fucking funny, man. And this is what I've noticed is that like when it's usually like I usually have a day off or when it's the weekend or something. It always rains. It's always like shitty weather and it always rains. But like this is kind of like one of the few cases that I clearly remember where the weather is like in our favor. Not even in our favor actually, man, because like although it's sunny, it's too hot, you know? Like if it was like what it was yesterday was like 20 plus degrees, like 20, 22, 23 degrees. Oh, that would have been ideal for like doing a lot of shit. But now it's like the weather's clear, it's like not a cloud in the sky, but it's 40 degrees. Like it's going to be the hottest it has been throughout the year. So yeah, I mean, I'm also looking forward to it, but I'm also not. I don't want to fucking sweat like a bitch, man. Like I'm coming here, man, like I'm just fucking swimming in a pool or something, man. It's bad. But yeah, just even walking here was a chore, man. Like I could feel the clothes sticking on my back, man. It's the back sweat, like the sweat in my chest. Ooh, my god. Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? At the end of the day, man, it's sunny. I can't complain. You can always dip your body in a body of water or something, man. I'm looking forward to having fun this weekend. I'm supposed to be watching a show. It's actually the first comedy show that we're able to watch since the 6, 8, 10 whatever week lockdown that we couldn't do it at. Oh no. When was the last time I watched a show? It was a long time, probably just about more than a year ago, man. So this is the first show that's that's coming up, and it's already been sold out. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot of my friends out there, and honestly, it's just COVID. I feel like COVID's almost done with us. You know, most of us are being fully vaccinated and shit. Things are already reopening up. We're talking about reopening the border between us and the States. You know what? Life is almost back to normal. Or you know what? Not even that. It's going to be a new fucking normal. Whatever this new normal is. You know, normalizing vaccine passports in the West. Restaurants saying you can't come in unless you're double vax. Going, to basketball games unless you're double vax. Or maybe if you're not vax, you can just sit like in the aisle where it's not vax. Funny enough, I'd actually do that. Like, because like in the non-vax aisle, like you have like so much more space, but in the vax aisle you have like just back-to-back people. Dude, I'm just gonna lie and just say fucking I'm not vax, so then I can just sit in like the in the arena where there's like a whole bunch of space. Yeah, man. Ah, man. What else? Yeah, but dude, honestly, like, this weather just made me super unproductive. Like, I was supposed to film this shit on Thursday. Nah, fam, I'm filming it Friday this week in the studio where I'll be shooting my Patreon kind of film. So keep an eye out for the Patreon. Help a man support his dreams, and just trying to, have unfeathered conversations in between a lot of different people, because honestly, man, I feel like the mainstream media is dying. So help support a guy, help support his dreams, and hopefully that'll give me more, kind of motivation to work, because, dude, I was fucking dead as shit, and I didn't do jack this week, man. Like, when the heat is so hot that you just kind of want to lie down. Yeah, bro, that's basically me, man. Like, I just even wanted to lie down, man. Like, I was a vegetable, man. Like, after work, like, I work from 8 to 4, and then after 4 o'clock, it's like kind of when it's really hot outside and you don't want to do anything and you just want to fucking lie down. Dude, I was a fucking vegetable, man. Like, I was a vegetable. Like, I was on the ground. I slept from 4 to 5 o'clock. Then once you wake up, I didn't even move. I was just kind of on my phone in my room where, like, there's shading and stuff. I ate my dinner around 6. Didn't move. Went back to lying down. Didn't sleep. Then started work at 8. Ended from 8 to 9 and played video games from 9 till 11 o'clock. Then fell asleep. Yeah, but that was basically my week, man. That's just been a week, man. Like, super hot days like this, man, it's really hard, man, to to do anything, man. I always question, like how do people in fucking, like, Vegas or, like, LA, man, like, when it's, or in fucking Phoenix, Arizona, man, or it's Singapore, when it's super hot, man, like, and you don't even want to do anything, man. Like, how do you do anything, man? Like, I'm assuming, like, your body's gonna, like, just, I don't know, man. I assuming your body is just gonna, like, adapt to that one way, shape, or form. But I don't know. Like, it's just so hot, man. You have no energy to do anything. And, props to, those people, man, who are able to, battle through the heat and do what they can, man. Because I can't. I sure as hell can't. Yeah, but you know what, man? Like, so it kind of brings up the question, like, whoever sees those, those stupid fucking IG, quotes, it's like these, like, business quotes, like, where it's like, it's non-practical information that's almost unhealthy for you. It's, I'll give you an example that I saw. What was it here? I'm trying to find out what I wrote here. Let's see here. Oh yeah. So take a look at this one. So it's this is what I had to note this down. Okay. It says, if you can count your money, work harder. Like, okay. If you can count your money, work harder. But here's the reality. Like, I don't know if I'm taking this too literally, but you can always count your money. There's, like, a thing called a bank account. So, like, there's this thing called a bank account, man, that you can count your money with. Like, I don't know a single person that doesn't use a bank account. And if you have any sort of investment account, bank account, they do have basically the exact amount of money that you have in there. Like, if you even have a high interest savings account in, I don't know, say an app like Wealthsimple or something, that can count your money for you. So if you can count your money, you gotta work hard. You gotta work harder. And this is kind of the type of shit that I don't like, because it's so fucking dumb, man. It's like, life isn't just about working hard. You can have fun, right? You only live this life once. And when you're 99 years old and when you're fucking on that deathbed, you just want to be like, oh, I didn't fuck that porn star because I was busy working. Oh no, I didn't get to go to Maldives, or I didn't get to ride that motorcycle because I was busy trying to fucking please my boss that didn't give a shit about me. Like, come on, man. Like, Man, like there's more to life than work, man. There has to be, and like it's this bullshit messaging that gets spewed out by these corporations, man. They did a pretty fucking phenomenal job, by the way, of convincing us that you can find your purpose through work. Like, god damn, like, wow, man. Wow. Yeah, they really convinced us that you can find your purpose through work, which in turn makes us work harder, which only benefits the fucking corporations and like the big box businesses or these bosses that like fucking own us. Like, it's these quotes, man, promulgate a lie that you'd be happier, you know, working hard, and you know, be happier with your career at the top of the fucking ladder, when in reality these motherfuckers are trying to take you down with them, man. All the amount of fake promotions, fake promises, just these fake accolades, the culture that companies strive so hard to be, only to realize that it's all fake stuff, man. I mean, I think we've been sold a lie. And these Instagram accounts, you know, that say you can count your money, work harder, they all promulgate a lie, man. I'm not a fan of that. Man, it's like when companies, you know, especially for Pride Month, they all change at the same time their logo to like the pride flag. It's like, shut the fuck up, man. You motherfuckers don't care about this stuff, period. Like, you're only doing it because it looks good on your social media feeds and helps improve your bottom line. I guarantee you, if this shit did not help your bottom line, then you wouldn't do it. Like, I remember a buddy told me that, I don't know if this is true or not, I may have to look this up, but I think Volkswagen had a freaking Nazi sign at one point. Let me take a look at this. Okay, yeah, Volkswagen Nazi logo. Let's take a look. Yeah, fuck. Okay, yeah, so yeah, the Volkswagen actually did have a Nazi logo. Is it? No, they had the Third Reich eagle, right? The second, right? Is Volkswagen Nazi? Yeah, so it looks like they had some affiliation with it. Let me take a look. I think Audi did it too. Yeah, they had the eagle symbol on it. Yeah, fucking hell. Yeah, oh, they did have the Nazi symbol on it. No, they didn't have the Nazi symbol on it. Sorry, no, they had the Volkswagen thing, but they had the eagle. But then instead of having the Nazi sign on the eagle, they had the Volkswagen sign. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, if it's trendy at the moment, they're gonna do it because it helps improve their bottom line. They don't really care about the social issues that come with these things. It's all plain virtue signaling, man. I mean, we all know this, man. We all know this stuff, man. It's like especially Western society, man. Like, we're ruled by money. Money talks, man. Money makes the world spin. If something is profitable, then we're gonna do it. Like supporting certain social causes, which I don't hate, man. But just try not to be confused with the fact that it's not genuine. You know, like, if doing what they did not boost their profit margins, or if they actually had an adverse effect, had negative profit margins, they probably wouldn't do it, man. It's just the world we live in, man. And stuff like no days off or don't sleep until you're successful, I don't know. I don't vibe with that, man. Like, the reason why I do what I do is because I see value in that. Like, you know, bringing people who are coming about, you know, talking about different experiences, you know, learning new things, and making sure my audience can get that. You can go from, you know, learning how to do Bitcoin to leadership skills to diet. And I'm actually going to be talking to someone in the, hopefully, not confirmed yet, hopefully, who was in the sex industry, and to talk about that and their experiences and how much they've been manipulated, right? So, and that's what I like to do. But I'm not gonna just be like, don't sleep until you can't count your money, right? Or if you want to be successful, don't sleep. You need those things. You need to rest. Man, it's fucking dumb shit, man. Yeah. So you know what, man? Live your life. Life's more about work. Have fun. Be responsible. And yeah, I mean, just balance it out, right? Work and play. Like, unfortunately, unless you have some sort of self-sustaining income, you can't afford to be playing all the time. So, balance it out, man. Balance it out. All right, so on to the next thing is the Bachelorette. What, dude? This show's been going on. Fuck. I mean, I don't know, like 20 plus seasons, man. It's been going for 20 years, 15, 20 years, man. As far as I am alive and as I can remember, this show has been going on. The Bachelor and the Bachelorette. So it kind of gives some context. So the Bachelor is essentially one dude with like 24 women, and they're all trying to fight for his love, and he chooses to marry one of them. The Bachelorette is basically the reversed, where they have a bunch of guys, 24 guys, and one girl, and they're all trying to fight to marry the one girl. Yeah, it's just weird, man. Like, I thought I would never get into the show because the show is kind of stupid, but I think after my mom watching it every Monday for the past 15 years, and then just kind of catching enough clips of it, I was able to get hooked on it, man. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. But it's so dumb that you get into it. It's like what's the fucking show? Like Love Island or Too Hot to Handle? Yeah. It's so dumb that it works. Okay, but just think about the competition of The Bachelor though, or The Bachelorette. Actually, let's talk about The Bachelorette because right now that's what's airing, and Katie from Matt James' season, so from last season, is on this season as The Bachelorette, and she's very pro. She's pro. I have sex. When she first met Matt James, she had a fucking dildo in her. She was holding onto a dildo, and she basically said, until the fantasy suite night, which is like I think 10 weeks from when they went in, where essentially they would go and spend an overnight with the Bachelor, Bachelorette, and they may or may not have sex. She is like, while I'm waiting for the fantasy suite, here's what I'm thinking about, and she brings a fucking dildo. So, hey man, you know, legend. She's a fucking legend. But what I really just kind of find weird, is just think about it, man. It's one girl dating 24 guys, and vice versa. One guy dating 24 women. So here's how it works. So on the first night, they have like this stupid cocktail party, where they get to basically do like a 2-3 minute speed date, for the Bachelor or the Bachelorette. So sometimes they'll just hug and say goodbye, but sometimes they would just make out, like full on kissing. It's like, okay, after 5 minutes on the speed date, they start kissing. So then once that, but think about it this way though. So let's say that the Bachelorette kisses one guy, right? After 5 minutes of speed dating. Then the next guy comes in. Then they also hit it off. Then she makes out with him. Then the next guy comes in. They hit it off. And then she makes out with him. That's fucking gross. Like, I'm sorry. That's gross. It's like, if I was a guy on that show, I would not want to make out with this chick. It's disgusting, man. Like, call me fucking old-fashioned or call me conservative. I don't give a fuck. But it's like you're making out with another dude. Can you just imagine being in the middle of the date and you are fully aware that this girl has made out with the guy before because the guy's lips are like all kind of red and she has like her lipstick kind of fudged up and stuff. It's like you're kissing another guy, man. Oh, man. It's like those, like, how many lips have they contacted? Yeah, so. Or the worst part is like, so in the fantasy suite, there's usually like 3 or 4 people on the suite, or like on the thing. And like the Bachelor or Bachelorette goes on 3 overnight, if they can say yes or no, 3 overnight dates in a row. It's like, can you imagine just having sex with a girl the next day someone else just had her? Oh my god, it's like sloppy sex. Or the worst, if you're the third guy and if you had sex with her, it's like sloppy thirds. Oh. Ugh. It's disgusting, man. That's gross. It's like her fucking vagina is like all opened up and shit, and it's just oh. Or like the fucking guy's like penis is all crusty and stuff. Oh, that's gross. But you know what this is, man? Like, this is just from the fact that the guys act like simps. And it's only weird how I noticed this is when I was watching the season with Claire. And Claire was on Juan Pablo. How do I know all this stuff? Fuck. I think I know too much sometimes about The Bachelor. But, yeah. So Clay was on Juan Pablo season many years ago. And she was a crazy bitch then. And she was in Bachelor Paradise. Couldn't get a guy then. And now she's on she was on the Bachelorette, I think it's a season ago. And she's still crazy as fuck. So what happened was that she basically kind of decided before the show who she was going to be with. And she just fell head over heels over, infatuation, essentially. She basically from day one wanted Dale. And she ended the show early. Then Tayshia ended up replacing Clara during the middle of the season. It's weird like how simpy these guys are though, man. It's so when Tayshia walked into the room, like all the guys would stand up and they would treat her like a queen. It's like, oh, I missed you, you look stunning, it's been so long, I would love to go on a date with you. It's just so fake and simpy, man. Like, I get it. Like most of them are actually on there to be an influencer, to boost up their social media presence. That's cool and all. But man, like, they all look like simps. Like, they're just trying to fake it. It's all fake. There was this contender on JoJo season named what was his name? Yeah, Chad Johnson, and he kept it real. He was like, oh, what is it? He's like, nice guys aren't actually nice because they're all faking it. Even though I'm actually the nice guy. And you know what? He was as real as he fucking get, because he wasn't running to the Bachelorette like, oh my god, I miss you and stuff. He's like, you've lived your whole life without seeing JoJo. Can you not wait like another couple hours to hang out with her? Like, come on. Yeah. But yeah, they all do as they please, man. Like the Bachelor, the Bachelorettes, they all do as they please, try to get with them. And it's just ultra simpy, man. By the way, if you can hear the background, this is a shared studio, right? Man doesn't have the money to have his own studio yet. One day, I'll get there. But yeah, what was it talking about? Okay. So during Claire's season, there was this guy named Yosef. So right now, Yosef wanted to talk to Claire about a specific date. He said that the date itself was appalling. And what the date was, to give you some context, was that Claire asked these men to strip down naked and play dodgeball. Now keep in mind, this guy named Yosef who confronted Claire wasn't actually in the group date. And just to give you some context, Claire is the oldest bachelorette to ever apply at the age of 39. So after the group date, which Yosef was not a part of, he wanted to talk to Claire. He basically said it was appalling and it would not be something that he'd want to do. And why would you be doing that if you're looking for a potential husband? Which I agree with him. Like, why would you want to see naked guys play dodgeball? It's probably for your own kind of pleasure, your sexual pleasure, which is fine. But don't disguise it as you trying to look for a husband that way. Like, no, if you want to do that, do it on Bachelor in Paradise. Do it on Love Island. I don't think if you want to find a husband, I don't think, or a wife or something, I don't think that's kind of the right thing to do, or it doesn't provide any meaningful vet towards that, right? I was saying here. Yeah. So he's just like, how does that kind of filter out the quality of men you want to marry? And for the guy, and even for the guys, it's like, why would you ever do that on national television, where you're willing to just be such a simp and a beta bitch, strip down, and play dodgeball for a girl that might not even notice you or send you home? Have some class. I don't know, man. So, yeah, Yosef was calling her out for it, and he was just saying, look, I don't want my daughter to be associated with that. I don't want you to be the mother of my kids because that was shameful. And you know what? I actually agree with Yosef's point. Only until he gets kind of petty, where he just says, like, look, I'm afraid to be associated with you. I expected you more from the oldest bachelorette, which, fuck, good burn. Great burn. But, yeah, it was just kind of petty. But he was right. He was right on the point. But the worst thing about it, though, was like when these guys were kind of just getting up and just kind of just broing out. They're like, yo, bro, is everything good, bro? Bro, what's good, man? And they, before even assessing the situation at all, they went and attacked Yosef. They're like, yo, what the fuck did you do, Yosef? Like, what the fuck did you do, yo? Yo, bro, better fucking leave, bro. And like, they're all like running to Claire, like, Claire, I got you. And you can tell she was faking her tears because there's no like mess around her mascara. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's such a, yeah, like, come on, man. Like, stop being like, yeah, I don't know, man. The Bachelorette's full of simps. And yeah, we all gotta learn, even myself, is to step back and assess the situation. Especially like in this case, like The Bachelor, where you don't know what's going on. And the first thing you do is just try to kick out or attack the guy, when you in reality you just sit down and say, hey, what's going on? Instead of saying, bro, it's Yosef's fault, bro. I'll fucking protect you, bro. Like, Claire, you okay? You okay, Claire? You're crying. Like, come on, man. Assess the situation. And this kind of ties into what I want to talk about last. Which is learning to assess the situation. So I've learned to kind of do this while learning a lot about life doing this podcast, is that things aren't always black and white, and there are differing opinions, and there are merits to those opinions. Whether you choose to you know, acknowledge them or not, there are merits that you can extract out of those opinions. And an opinion doesn't come out of nowhere. It usually comes out of some sort of basic research or some sort of life reasoning. And this is kind of what I thought. This is why I thought about this, is because one of my buddies has an unhealthy obsession with politics. I'm just gonna do the Tim Dillon approach, man. Like, dude, if your whole life revolves around politics, do something else, man. Like, politics is for losers. Like, if your whole goal is to be this political commentator and just every single day look at politics, oh my god, like, go get a hobby, go get laid, go for a hike, do some boxing, man. Oh my god, like, if you want to shorten your lifespan, go into political commentary, because everything you say is debatable and you will be fucking roasted on the internet from the left, right, center, social libertarianism, ultra-capitalist, ultra-capitalist, authoritative, kind of whatever spectrum, right? But yeah, I have a buddy who's super into politics. Like, I used to be into it, but now I just don't give a fuck about it, man. It's just, I couldn't care less. Yeah. Because as far as how I've lived, there's always going to be external problems. I would believe that there wouldn't be sometime in the future, but I just don't know. And as of what I know right now, there's literally an unlimited supply of external problems right now. But for these external problems, they sure aren't hell as scarce. Because the one thing I learned from econ is that things are valuable if they're scarce. It's pretty crazy. Think about it this way. These external problems seem unlimited, or they are unlimited, but there's a lot of value to them, and they're not scarce. It's kind of one of the, you know, breaking principles of economics, huh? Anyways, let's just tie it back a bit. So my buddy, who's super into politics, he was making claims that a lot of things happen. Basically, he was making claims of things happening. So basically, we were talking about like politics. I don't give a fuck about it. But he's basically making all these claims that the reason these things happen is because of this kind of overarching kind of label. He classifies himself as a very left-leaning person on a lot of issues. He's very liberal. That's his words, not mine. So I don't want to mischaracterize him. Let's just take, for example, the thing in France. So he's just talking about the thing in France and the whole hijab situation. So right now, according to Al Jazeera, the French Senate has voted outlawing girls under the age of 18 from wearing a hijab. So let's just kind of think about that article for a second. Now, on the surface, this looks Islamophobic, and it would be very easy yet legitimate critique of that bill. Now, I am in no way defending this at all, period. I don't want to be misconstrued about this. But we need to take a step back and assess the situation. Why are the French people doing this? Why has the French Senate even voted to pass this? Considering that France has 5.7 million Muslims, which makes it the largest Muslim population in Europe, it wouldn't make sense to pass such a controversial bill. It doesn't make any sense. So I asked my buddy this, like why would they implement said bill? With the reasoning that I gave above. For example, why implement such a bill when there's 5.7 million Muslims in France? And he told him, here's his answer. It's simple. It's Islamophobia. So let's tie it back a bit. The French Senate has voted to pass a bill outlawing girls under the age of 18 from wearing a hijab in a country that has 5.7 million Muslims, which is the largest population in Europe. Which I'm surprised. I thought it'd be like London, like England or something. Which makes the largest population in Europe. Why would they do that? Why would it be such a controversial bill to so many of the people living in France? And to be honest, I told him that, and he just didn't provide a further clarification of that reasoning. Why? Think about it. These things don't happen for a reason. Was there a spike in crime that pushed for this bill to be passed? Was there some sort of cultural shift or cultural change that allowed the bill to be pushed and favored? Why is this bill so popular? We need to ask why something is the way it is instead of being labeling as something. In my opinion, that's called being lazy. When you look at a stat and say, this is the stat. For example, let's just say that African Americans have longer trial periods, right? Or there are more arrests for low-level crimes for African Americans. Why is that? Instead of setting the site and saying this is racist, we need to ask why something is the way it is. Because if you don't dive into those type of things, in my opinion, you're just being lazy. And this is why I don't like to go into politics, is because those questions I don't have the answer to. I'm not educated enough to know. I have a degree in econ, and even I don't know shit about economics. But to give it a simple label and to not give a strong succinct reason why something was implemented or something was even suggested, I don't know, man. I think we need to step back, assess the why, assess the reason, and only then we can understand their argument. But unfortunately, man, this is welcome to politics, man, where shit's surface level. Labeling happens on both sides. For example, if you want to implement anything, you're a socialist or a communist, or if you're someone on the left, it's like, oh, you're a bigot if you don't accept these cultural issues. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of these surface level name labeling, name calling kind of bullshit tactics. Keep in mind, I'm not political at all. But I feel like, I'm not political at all, but I feel like looking at the reasons of why something the way it is should be an approach, and it should be taken more often. But unfortunately, we don't live in such a world. Not just yet. Some of us do it, but I think most of our world leaders and people in positions of power don't exactly do that. Yeah, but you know what, man? That's kind of my rant. Thank you so much for listening. The Patreon will be up really soon. Look out for the Patreon ad, and I'll see you guys pretty soon. Podcast episodes coming up pretty soon too. More solo shows on the way, and just more content in general. Anyways, talk to you all later.